I put out a post this morning on Facebook and LinkedIn, and it seems to have connected with a few people. So I thought I'd cover the same material here for people who prefer to watch and listen rather than read. So this is what I was writing this morning. Have you ever decided to change your life? I'm not talking about having change forced on you. That's happened to me a few times, most recently when I had a heart attack. I'm talking about consciously making a decision to alter the direction of your life. I've done it several times. Age 30, living in the UK, my work was starting to flourish. I decided to emigrate to Australia. My then partner was from Canberra and she wanted to return home. I decided to throw everything away and start again on the other side of the world. I remember the dinner table conversation where the decision was made. We were drinking cold beer and eating fish. Australia was okay, but some years later, I threw everything into the air again and moved back to the UK to become an academic. A few years later, I realized I could, should, must stop being an academic and return to work as a freelance artist. You know, there's a temptation when you stop doing one thing and start another to feel as if you failed somehow. You tried something and it didn't work. That's neither true nor helpful. We all move on in life, and there's a simple reason: life moves on. Either we change as life changes, or we refuse to change and become stuck and irrelevant to ourselves. Maybe you're at a time of necessary transformation right now. How would you know? Oh, you'd know. Listen to yourself. You might hear a small voice that tells you you are no longer in the right place. Perhaps it'll appear as sadness or restlessness or a tendency to get distracted. Perhaps it'll appear as irritability or frustration. Perhaps you'll just be listless and tired all the time. Your small voice talks in many ways, and if you listen, it'll tell you what you need to know. That you're not living in alignment with your needs and desires. Sometimes that's confronting. Perhaps you're living in full alignment with who you used to be, and your small voice forces you to acknowledge you've changed. Change is hard, we resist it. That small voice will not be denied, though. If you don't listen to it, it will become louder and louder until it's screaming in your ear, screaming, "This is your life and you're wasting it." I don't like being screamed at, especially by myself. Your voice is telling you you've lost alignment with your purpose. It may be in a relationship, your work, or the whole way you live in the world. Purpose is a feeling of rightness, a sense of meaning, a life force. Without it, life is very drab. I want to invite you to a weekend to explore hearing your voice of purpose, being present with yourself, and learning to use pleasure as a guide to explore your essential you-ness. We'll look at all that during 4 workshops on the weekend of April 1st and 2nd. There's information via the link at the bottom of this screen. From the information page you'll get to, if you follow that link, you'll also be able to set up a call with me if you've got any questions or queries. Whether your inner voice is whispering or screaming, hear it. It's guiding you towards your best life. Warmest love to you from my warm springtime kitchen to you wherever you are in the world.